3 things you need to know about Down syndrome. So the first thing is Down syndrome is a genetic disorder where most of us have 46 chromosomes, and in Down syndrome there are actually 47 chromosomes, so there's an extra chromosome, and this extra chromosome is actually a chromosome 21, and that's why sometimes Down syndrome is called trisomy 21. Now, this extra chromosome can cause quite a lot of delays, like in milestones, right? And a lot of physical delays, gross motor, fine motor, but also cognitive delays, and that can vary from person to person. Now, this does not mean that children with Down syndrome or individuals cannot make progress. They actually can make lots of progress. And that's the second thing I want you to know, that children with Down syndrome can make a lot of progress, as much, if not more, than children with autism, and it just makes me madder than mad that they just don't get the same support that children with autism get. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely think children with autism need to get the support, but I also think children with Down syndrome should too. Anyway, that's just a personal beef I have. But anyway, the other thing you need to know about Down syndrome is they have low tone or hypotonia, which basically means they have less tensile strength in their muscles and their joints are very lax. So you have to be very careful how you position them and when you are moving, right? Okay, the last thing you need to know is because of the low tone, they have something called low sensory awareness. There is a receptor in your muscles and joints that's called proprioceptive reception, and this gives you information about your body, muscles and joints. It tells you how hard you're pushing, what direction you're moving in, what your body is positioned like. You know, if you close your eyes, you can tell me, oh, my legs are crossed, I'm, so many feet away from the door, because you're getting that body sense. So individuals with Down syndrome don't have this awareness, as enough of this awareness, and therefore movements are really difficult for them, right? Imitating movements is going to be hard. Coordinating movements is going to be hard. Think about a baby with Down syndrome. When they're learning to crawl, they're not looking at their legs. They have to have body sense and awareness to coordinate and move their legs. So if they don't have good awareness, it's going to be harder for them to do, and hence the delay in those milestones. Does that make sense? Anyway, those are the 3 things I want you to know about Down syndrome. It is a diagnosis that is often overlooked. As I said, everybody focuses on autism. I'm talking about insurance companies. They will give me services for someone with autism, but they won't give me enough services for Down syndrome. And that to me is just criminal, and it makes me so bloody angry. Anyway, there we go.